To someone who may say that a second chance after death should be given, Lewis proposes the following. He writes, "I believe that if 1,000,000 chances were likely to do good, they would be given. But a master often knows, when boys and parents do not, that it is really useless to send a boy in for a certain examination again. Finality must come sometime, and it does not require a very robust faith to believe that omniscience knows when." Lewis maintains that hell is locked from the inside, and that hell, in principle, has to be a choice. Thus, God does not want us to be separated from Him, but still honors choices, because love is not something that can be forced. In other words, it is the complete dependence on the self and the willing, conscious rejection of God when one knows who He truly is that sends someone to hell. Bluntly, those who are in hell got what they wanted. The problem of animal suffering presents itself in the second to last chapter in the book. Lewis maintains more reservations on this subject, arguing that animal pain should not be at the forefront of the problem of suffering. However, he does raise the issues of sentience, consciousness, and the role of creatures as subordinate to humanity. While some of this may be slightly problematic or lacking in more robust depth, it makes a compelling starting point for further inquiry. In short, Lewis discusses how animals are not conscious in the same way we are and do not have the same responsibilities. Thus, their experience of pain may not be able to attach a why to that suffering in the same way we can. Because animals may not be able to ask why philosophically, it could indicate that they do not have the same moral responsibility and that they are not moral agents. Animals do have a unique role to play in creation, but they do not have the same responsibility we have as stewards of the creation. Animals can't help but be what they are. To add on to this, that animals suffer in the same pattern of reality we do reveals again the fallen nature of creation, which was corrupted through man's choice. This way of thinking about animal pain and our role as stewards of God's creation can allow us to feel greater empathy for animals and treat them as ethically as possible. Interestingly, Lewis believes that, like man, animals cannot be understood merely in themselves and require a relationally hierarchical view of their being. Lewis maintains that as we are subordinate to God, animals are subordinate to us. In short, Lewis maintains that the destiny of animals is tied to ours. Of course, The Problem of Pain is a more complicated book than some of these points I have discussed. I certainly have found this book edifying, and it might be my favorite work from C.S. Lewis up to this point.